It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
I'm not a scientist. I'm not an expert in footballs. I'm not an expert in football measurements.
I don't want anyone rubbing them, putting any air in them, taking any air out. To me, those balls are perfect, and that's what I expect when I show up.
I can't hold on to football. It's so goddamn hard about holding on to it. I'm thinking about her, thinking about me, thinking about us. Who we gonna be? Open my eyes, it was only just a dream.
Introducing Mike Cash Collins and Scott Stagg Simpson as the Fantasy Millionaires.
You don't know the Fantasy Millionaires? You better ask somebody. You better at somebody. Go ahead and check the stats, somebody. It's the second Monday in May as we broadcast live from the Worldwide Sports Radio Network to proceed to give you what you need. LFG stacks of Top Shot packs. What's good, sir?
Oh, man. You know what? I have to say that was a hell of an intro. I am the NBA Top Shot stacks. I'm sitting on 3 packs right now. I got a rare today, and your boy Scotty Stacks, it might just open the rare. We'll have to see. I don't know. I might sit on it. We'll have to decide when we get there. But I'm doing great, man. This is what everybody wants to know, because this is what the audience wants. How was your Mother's Day, man? How was your Mother's Day?
My Mother's Day was pretty awesome. Minus the making sure my daughter didn't re-split open her head and make a big, huge scar where her stitches are. But that didn't happen. We went for a little walk at Mimi and Papaw's, and it was the whole time just very scary. And then my son fell down and cracked his head really hard.
Right.
Yeah, right where her head was, he cracked his head and got a big scratch on his nose, and but he was fine. It wasn't the same thing.
Wasn't in the ER like your daughter.
No. It didn't require any stitches. So Mother's Day was pretty awesome, man. We just had a chill sit around Mimi Papaw's house, watch the kids play, and do adult conversations, and it's just lovely to be around people again. So yeah, I had a great Mother's Day. How was yours?
Mine was great as well. I'm not doing great now, but I'll explain why. Mother's Day, we did a 5K for Hope for Henry. We raised over $1,000 for in donations for a 5K that we ran. It was really great. We raised money for pediatric cancer care for children and their families in need. So, shout out Hope for Henry. Great organization. If you can donate, they provide kids with prizes and incentives as they're going through treatment to go through all the different things they have to go through. They earn Henry bucks. They can cash in to earn different prizes. It's really cool. I love them. All the money that was raised goes right to them, which is awesome. Bethany ran it, who's in here as well. She ran the 5K where she lives in Chicago. So we had people all around. Johnny Batts ran it with him and Meg. They ran it. So it was cool just to have a group of people on Twitter running the 5K. I did it. The last time I ran 5K, ask me when the last time I ran a 5K was.
Have you ever run a 5K?
No, I had not. Yeah. I had never. Ask me how much training I had done for this 5K.
I'm going to go with 0.
Not a day, not one day of training. So I just jumped in. My daughter at one point, we're running on the path. I'm running. She's riding her bike on the 5K path. And she pulls up next to me. She goes, "Dad, I believe in you. You can do it." And I said, "Thanks, honey. It makes me feel really good." And she goes, "It's called encouragement, Dad. I don't think you can really do it." And then she goes, "This is so easy." She's pedaling on her bike and just moseys on along. So I got straight up owned. And I think actually that helped me to power in. Right now, my thighs feel like I was squatting 1,000 pounds. Like I've squatted a lot. I've squatted, 300, 400 pounds before. I've done a bunch of squats, leg presses and stuff. My legs have never hurt this much. So I would say next time you want to run a 5K, Scotty, run some before. that would be the wise thing to do. But, it was a good cause for Hope for Henry. I'm glad I did it. And, I'm just going to be sore for the next couple of days. It's going to be chillax and relax. And my family's about to go out of town, and I'm going to build a deck with my dad on the back of my house. We're going to take up the old wood, put down some new Trex, and make it, suitable for the modern time. So, I'm excited to kind of get some rest in the next couple of days. My dad's not going to work me that hard. So,
well, building a deck doesn't sound like very restful, but what are you going to do? Got to build the deck.
You got to build the deck. The wife's going out of town, particularly so I can build the deck. It's the purpose of the trip. So you can't look a gift horse in the mouth is what my wife says. And I think what she means is you better get your ass out there and build that deck. So
wait. I saw your wife post. It looked like you got like 40 minutes. You were trying to say you thought you got 50 minutes. And I was like, I don't think that makes sense. You don't know your time, do you?
I'm not good with time. Did my wife say we had?
I think you got like 40 minutes. I saw her post something and it showed your time. And I was like, because you told me you got 50 minutes. And I was like, I think you can walk a 5K in 50 minutes.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
No, 40 minutes isn't bad for jumping off the couch and having zero running background. That means you ran. A lot of it. So
I ran 90% of the trip.
Until I saw it was like right around 40 minutes. I was like, that makes sense. That's why I asked you, did you break 40? And you were like, no, I think I got like 50. And I was like, oh. You're like, and then I thought about it and I was like, yeah, it just doesn't make sense. And then I saw your wife's thing. I was like, oh no, he got like around 40 minutes. So that's strong. Just jumping off the couch, doing a 40 with zero running experience.
Tiny legs. Let me just be honest. I have a normal torso from like my belly button up to my head, like if I stood next to you. But my legs, my thighs are like truncated for some reason. Like Mike knows me. I'm 5'8 3/4, and I have the power legs of a power lifter. And I get down real low in football. That was the strength of my core. I'm just so low to the ground. I got great balance that I was hard to deal with. But my quads they're just killing me, man. I'm gonna ice them up.
So you guys weren't racing against anyone?
No, just as a family. We were out
let me tell you the worst thing since you're bringing up short legs.
Yeah.
If you ever run a 5K,
yeah,
I'll tell you the worst part about running a 5K.
Okay, hit me with it.
Is watching 12-year-old after 12-year-old run past you the entire time you're running.
Well,
it's horrible.
Well, I'm okay with that.
With all their little short legs. They the whole time you're running, 12-year-olds just keep running past you. It's just the entire time.
Well, you know
like
what?
11-year-olds, 10-year-olds sometimes. Here comes another 12-year-old. Oh, there's another 12-year-old.
So listen, you are one of my favorite storytellers. Can you tell the story about the time that you got one of your personal best times running a 5K and you didn't even break a sweat? So as a matter of fact,
last time I ran a 5K, I got around 24 minutes. Like I was cruising, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And right at the end, this 12-year-old passed me. And there was about 100 yards left to the finish line. I was like, not today, Satan. And I booked it. And me and the 12-year-old tried to beat me so bad, too. It was so intense. Like, there's a picture of me. There's a picture that I think my parents took of me just, like, etching past the 12-year-old because he's going pell-mell. Like, he saw that I didn't want to lose to him. And so he tried to beat me with everything he had.
Yeah.
And then that's where being, 6'2.5" came in strong because I was able to beat the 12-year-old in the last 50 yards of the race.
Oh my God. That's
caught me a 12-year-old finally.
Well, I mean, yeah, don't isolate that clip, anybody, please. But I was thinking about the time that you drank all night, and then you showed up in the morning and you did something real special. That's the story I was thinking.
That was a 10K.
I was 10K. I'm sorry, I misplaced a 10K. So the night before 10K, You went on a bender, stayed up all night drinking, just enjoying life with your friends, boys up hanging out. And then what happened in the morning? I want to hear that story. That's one of my favorite stories.
Showed up to the race just wearing what I'd been wearing all night with my buddy. And my buddy actually ran the 10K, and I ran to 7-Eleven, which was part of the route, and went in 7-Eleven and called a cab. and this thing was actually, there was prizes and stuff like that. So I don't know if I could have gotten in a lot of trouble, but it sure didn't matter because my cab took me down to the end. Cab got there nice and quick, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to have to cheat like Not Too Stupid here. You know what I mean? It didn't matter at all because there was like 30 Ethiopian dudes that had just like ran right past the cab that were running like sprinting. They sprinted the 10K.
Right.
And so by the time I was like, okay, good. I'm not going to cause any controversy. You know, the Germantown scammer's not going to get in any trouble. And so I did actually re-enter the race. And of course I would have got caught because you have a tracker on you. So it doesn't matter. But I re-entered the race about 200 yards from the finish line. And this, you know, I'm a pretty big guy. As soon as I snuck back in through the crowd, this big 6'5", like 270-pound guy that was working his butt off and I was going for a good time. I got into this guy was running really fast, and as soon as I got onto the course, I got like kind of not. I wasn't going to trip him because he was still far away, but I was like going to start running, and he saw me come in from the crowd, and he just was like, "Get the f out of the way!" And I was like, "Oh man, this thing's intense, dude." And then I just trotted down to the end and.
You saw one of our other friends too there who's like really fast, like one of the fastest guys ever. And he saw you before the race, all messed up and all drunk. And then he passes you too, right?
Yeah, his dad did, I think. His dad was right around then. Yeah, they were running like 6-minute miles it was like insane.
Well, mine was more like a 15-minute mile or a 12-minute mile, whatever it was, so
yeah.
But it was.
You're probably pacing a little around between 12 and 13, which isn't bad to get off the couch and do that.
No, I just jumped in. I had to do it. So, but that's what we did this weekend. Hope you had a great Mother's Day. If you're a mother or not, me and Mike, obviously not mothers, still had great Mother's Day, not because of Mother's Day, but just because we're out there doing great stuff. So, but speaking of great stuff, I know that you and I have been talking about Jake Paul and Logan Paul and the fighting that has been happening, kind of the rise of the YouTube sensational boxing matches that come out of nowhere. And if you've grown up, I'm 42. You're about to be 42 soon. You're 42. No, you're 41. Who knows? You're 40. I'm 42. Okay. My brain doesn't always work. So
doesn't matter.
But the way that it worked was you had promoters who would dolly these guys out and put them out, and then they would stir up the hype, and then they would kind of sign, and the promoters make a lot of money. Think Don King, the hair out the wazoo with Mike Tyson. Now people realize, like, these rich YouTube sensation guys, they've got nothing but money and time. They're like, you can just do it yourself. Just be the promoter yourself, be the fighter yourself, cut out the Don King, do what you want. And the Paul brothers have made a name for themselves. I mean, like no other in the recent fight game, from nothing to something. I remember when Bisekahema was fighting and Jose Canseco and all people were celebrity fighting. It was just kind of stupid and it was laughed at because the fights really weren't real fights. These fights are real fights, and we're gonna have a real fight between Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather. We almost had a real fight between Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather and all of their entourages, which was insane. Did you catch any of that?
Yeah, man. It seems like on the show we talk a lot about Jake Paul. We talk a lot about cryptocurrency, and we talk a lot about Denny Carter, and we can't get away from any of these things.
I've got no Denny on the show tonight for me, unless you want to talk about
he's on again. Denny's on again.
You brought him up this
Yeah. Well, I'm tired of talking about the Paul brothers, but what can you do? Like, that was a pretty crazy event that took place. I thought it was interesting. To me, it was interesting that Floyd Mayweather completely lost his mind. So I tuned in, and I mean, what can you do? These Paul brothers are seriously, they're winning the internet. I mean,
every day they're winning the internet.
Every day they're winning the internet. It's insane. And Jake Paul, to have been able to elicit that response from Floyd Mayweather, and I guess
you want to
what's that?
You want to watch it?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's watch it. All right.
There's going to be some cursing. I want to let you guys know if this is a not safe for a work situation, or if you're with your children, you're just going to want to turn it down. Not right in the beginning, but there's some wildness that goes on. So this is at the hype for the Logan Paul Floyd Mayweather event. So this is not a Jake Paul event. I want to explain the brothers here. Two different brothers, Logan older, Jake little. Jake just knocked out Ben Askren. He's on cloud nine. He's talking a lot of S. Logan, he's about to go fight Floyd Mayweather. Am I right?
Let me say, and let me say this, because it looks like this isn't in the clip. Okay.
Yeah.
So how this happened is Floyd Mayweather was just right here, moments before this scene, was being interviewed by reporters and had said, I'd fight both those guys in the same night, you know?
Yeah, I had heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was just kind of like,
bad mouthing,
just aw shucks and like, yeah, this is going to be easy or whatever. And Jake Paul was standing nearby and he heard him say that. And so now this confrontation ensues. So let's do it. Okay,
let's first of all, let's make it big for the people. And then I'm going to unmute it, but I want you to be careful. Remember, it's not safe for work, particularly, and not safe for children either. So let's hear it. Here we go.
Let's make it happen.
Yes, sir.
Get the paperwork for this bug.
Get Al Heyman.
Absolutely. I don't need Al Heyman.
Let me call Al Heyman.
I'm my own boss. I'm my own boss.
One night. Got your hat.
Look at Floyd, man. He's ready.
I don't think I've seen this one, actually. I thought I saw every single one. This is a good shot. Wow, this is a good shot, bro. This is my favorite one I've seen. Yeah, okay, first question. First question.
That is crazy. That is a
first
billionaire.
question.
That's a billionaire fighting a millionaire? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
or
so,
both billionaires right now? I mean, they're going to be, because wow.
What do you think that this is fake?
No.
Yeah,
I don't think it's fake at all. Here's the thing, man. This is what I think, and I'm an older person. I know Floyd isn't super old, but he's a lot older than the Paul brothers. Man, there's just something that comes with the young bucks acting like that. Like your old manness is just like, no, I don't like that. You know what I mean? Like he ganked his hat. That's like one of the rudest things you could do. That's like little kid stuff, man. And so like when you do that, when you elevate yourself above someone else and you denigrate them so far down by ganking their hat, to on the surface it's like it's silly, but it's not silly. It's not silly at all, man. He lost his S. He was yelling, "I'm going to kill you, MFer. I'm going to kill you." And then this is what's even crazier. Jake Paul is not allowed to go to the fight now. He's not allowed. He's been banned from the fight. Yep. And he tweeted out, I think he says, word on the street already is that Floyd is sending goons after me to try and kill me or hurt me. If I die, I died for the hat. So
oh, he's crushing the internet. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. He tweeted that?
Yes, that's his
my goodness, that is so funny. That is hilarious.
And a la Pete Overzet, who likes to change his name up to suit the situation. His new name is it's at Jake Paul still, but his new name, his tag is Gotcha Hat.
That is so funny. Oh my goodness.
And this is the thing. I don't want to like these guys either. Like I'm with you. I don't like just they're annoying. Like, what are they doing? You know, but then you watch it and the spectacle at some point it wins you over. Like you're like, fine. Like
what can you do, right? What can you do?
You can't hate. You can hate, but it seems petty to me to hate on anybody really, unless they're like really hurting other people or something. Then I'm okay. But I mean, this is world-class entertainment, man. Like,
no, you're making my life better, so I can't hate, dude. Right. What can you do? I mean,
nothing.
So Jake Paul, here's what's crazy to me is that I don't know if you ever saw this scene where this was during the Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight. Conor actually walks by him during the press conference when they're all set up on the table that's up above all the reporters, and they're all sitting there. It's like a panel. And as he walks by him, he palms the top of Floyd Mayweather's head.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
And so Floyd doesn't react in this one. He doesn't really do anything. Mm-hmm. And my thought on it is he doesn't, because if they were to get into a street fight, Conor McGregor would whoop that ass, dude. I mean, it's right. Outside a boxing ring, Conor McGregor is going to take care of business,
Right.
So I think part of him was just like, yeah, that's funny. I'm going to just demolish this guy in the ring.
Right.
And it didn't really affect his pride, again, because he's dealing with somebody that's not even quite of his echelon, but, a world champion MMA fighter. I think that what happened was real, and I think it was exactly what you said, but I think it's like, I don't think he's ever been that disrespected. Like, maybe, it's probably been decades since Floyd Mayweather has been punked, and the amount of pride that guy has.
Yeah.
He's a world champion. His mentality is so elite. And then you have this internet guy talk smack and then take his hat. Like, it's just, being alive today, it's just, the world keeps just doing new things, and it's beautiful to sit back and watch. And I wonder what the fight is going to be like between him and Logan Paul. I mean, here's the thing, Floyd Mayweather is, he's arguably the greatest boxer of all time. So
without a doubt.
I mean, it's not like there's, any chance Logan Paul has against that guy, but I don't know. This increases, so Logan Paul afterwards, he gave a press conference, right? And he says, the reporters are all interviewing him, and they said, why did he do that? And he was like, he's like, he honestly told me he was going to do that before this. He said he was going to do this today. He said he was going to steal his hat.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
So he had planned this, but Logan was like, "Don't you dare do that! Please, don't you dare do that!"
Right? What the hell?
And
this sounds like watching like a terrible sitcom where like there's like a brother and he's like, "I'm gonna do it," and like, "Don't you?" Like, it's like watching Sunny. Where like you're like, "Don't you dare grab a man's hat." He's like, "I'm gonna grab a man's hat." You're like, "Don't you do it?" And he does it.
He does it, and so Jake Paul is kind of in the middle, sort of here, because he doesn't really want his brother. Like, he was kind of, obviously that's his brother, so he's team Paul, but you could tell he was kind of annoyed. Like, he was just like, "Kid's a problem, man. That's the problem, kid." But he did say he kind of, he did my work for me today. He's like, if anything, at the end of the day, this is good, because if there's he needs as many things to work in his favor. So tilting Floyd Mayweather,
definitely,
it's a bonus. It's a bonus.
It's a good strategy. I think it's well played, and it could reap if he says stuff to him in the ring about like, "Hey man, my brother wears your hat all the time."
If Logan Paul like wins this fight somehow, this is like
crazy.
This is the indication that Jesus is returning soon.
Like, Donald Trump as our president, beating world champions. Like, you can do anything you want.
Yeah, so this is like I think the Mayans. This might be in their their little runes that were on the wall. Like, this might be part of that story. Like, I think the world's axis is going to shift if Logan Paul is able to defeat Floyd Mayweather. But
you know what? I'll take it. I think we need a little bit of a shift these days, anyway. So I mean,
I'll be stealing that fight from the internet for sure. Yeah, I'll be watching that.
Right. Of course. The internet's free. That's what we all decided. So
yeah, Pirate City.
Yeah, right. That's how you're going to do it. So let's talk a little bit real quick before we're going to go to commercial in about 2 minutes. But first, I just wanted to let you guys know, you can go to bigflavorco.com and get yourself some Bose Hot Box brand. It is my favorite small batch of gourmet hot sauce in the world. My friend Mike loves it. I brought him a bottle about a month ago. I'm about to buy another big box order. This is the best stuff. And then after that, you can head over to Viridian Global, get yourself your hot box gear. They've got lots of great gear over there as well. So please do check them out. Mike's got his hat as well. And while you're out cruising the interwebs, which we all love to do, go check out Underdog Fantasy. It's my favorite place to play best ball. Mike's been in some of those best ball tournaments. I'm doing them pretty much every single day. It's great fun. Now that we know where the players are, all the draft picks have been settled. It's a great place to be. Last week I had a draft with Troy King, Dave Kluge, Bo McBigtime, Jordan Vanek, Swagman. Every single buddy that was somebody was in that draft, and I tagged everybody on Twitter. It was great. I loved it. So please jump in there with me. Promo code NIMBLE, and please get yourself some Underdog Fantasy. We're going to take a 3-minute break, and we're going to come back. We're going to talk a little Aaron Rodgers and his drama. And then we have a little rookie, like a little rookie comparison, a little rookie rankings that we're going to take a look at with all the reunions that have taken place during the draft season. We've got a bunch of them. So we'll be right back after
little foosball talk. Little foosball talk on the second half.
We're going to talk some football. You guys, fancy football. You know that. And then also NBA Top Shot. And we're going to end with 3 tweets. So we are on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
The Woo got something that I know that everybody want to hear because I know I've been waiting to hear.
Now back to the Fantasy Millionaires.
Word up. We're back. We're ready to do a little foosball talk. We got we didn't really finish dealing with the whole Aaron Rodgers drama last time, so I think we're gonna kind of slice that up a little bit. I don't know if you've got any new information. I came across. It seems like there's just developing stuff every moment, and I mean the whole NFL is just hanging on to see how this thing plays out. What new stuff are you hearing, my friend?
So what I'm hearing is that the Packers have made some contritions. Gutengeist has said that he's actually made some communication errors, which is a nice way of saying I made a big pile of doo-doo and stepped in it when I drafted Jordan Love without talking to Aaron Rodgers whatsoever, and not communicating with him at all. I think that is the biggest thing. That's kind of what happened that turned Aaron Rodgers against them, honestly. That lack of communication. And then I know we made fun of the Jake Kumro thing last week, but that was one of like his guys, and so if you're going to run an offense, I think you need to involve an MVP, 2-time at that point, now 3-time MVP in your process, your decision making. He's one of maybe the top 5 quarterbacks of all time. And so I don't think he was shown respect, and I think it bothered him a lot. And I think right now he has a pretty big chip on his shoulder. And I think, honestly, the only way that he's coming back is if they clean out some of the front office and they get rid of the problem they have, but that's what I think. We're gonna hear from Ian Rappaport in a minute. I want to hear your insider information though. What have you heard?
So one of the articles I was reading about this was that this was this afternoon that there's actually apparently some headway being made because they are now offering him whatever he wants. They're going to do some big contract extension.
Yeah,
so this
contract extension, yes.
Yeah, this article came out like 4 hours ago. So, I mean, this is developing news, but the thing that I still don't get, right, is that he's 37. He turns 38 in 2021 in December. Okay. What's this big long extension that he wants? I mean, he wants to play into his 40s. I don't get it.
Yeah. I think he sees himself as a Tom Brady who is 43, and so I think what he wanted was 3-4 good years left, and to be shown that respect. And but
he has a 3-year contract.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about now.
That means he retires at 41.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the last year of his contract, he's making $17 million. So not that's nothing, but maybe he wants more. Maybe he thinks that in the current market conditions, his value should be higher. He is in better shape.
Yeah. Okay. So if that's what it is, then that makes sense. Okay, great. You're Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, get more money. You can do whatever you want. But it seems like
money. I think it's a respect issue, and I think money's part of it. But I think What other people franchises I think what he wanted them to do was not to draft a quarterback and then to extend him and give him a nice extension. You know what I mean? Like I think
that's the part exactly. So it's not it's an extension.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is further years. It's not a money thing. He wants a 7-year contract. He wants to play till he's 45.
Yeah, I mean, no, I think maybe if he got until he was 43, like Brady, maybe 2 more years. I don't think we're talking a 7-year extension, but maybe fortifying him on the back end, might be helpful. I don't know. But
I don't know either. It really is weird how this whole thing happened. But the thing that to me, you remember right after he lost, he said, "I don't know if I'm coming back." I mean, he said that right after the game. He was like, "I don't know if I'm coming back." So
it was an emotional time. Let's be honest.
But nothing has changed. Like that's the thing is that something. It seems like he's had a plan here. Like. As soon as that game was over, he starts saying this. And in one of the articles I was reading is that before we found out about all this, before this got leaked to the press or however this whole situation, this whole drama developed, he had been telling players
not to
I don't know if I'm coming back. So like this was part of the behind the scenes narrative from the moment that he lost that game and did his first press conference, because he was telling other players, I don't know if I'm coming back.
Yeah.
And the part that's interesting is that, okay, so you're going to retire, but he's not saying he wants to retire. He's saying, I just don't want to play for the Packers.
Yeah.
So,
which is very interesting. He's jumping ship, He doesn't.
So what is this here? Is this Simeon Rappaport?
Yes, Simeon Rappaport. I'm with Bo, man. Gutekunst needs to be fired, and I'm with him 100%. And I think that would help him. And I don't think he's anybody. Honestly, he's nobody to me. This is Ian Rappaport. Let's hear what Ian has to say about the latest developments over there.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, with the Packers and Aaron Rodgers.
Oops, that's not what we're supposed to do. Let's try again. There we go.
Yeah, well, with the Packers and Aaron Rodgers are basically where they have been, I would say, over the last several weeks. They are not anywhere. They are not in a good place. They are not happy with each other. The Packers have done a lot of different things to try to make Aaron Rodgers happy, to try to get him to kind of come back to them a little bit. They've made a significant long-term contract extension offer, and the two sides have been negotiating, so it's not like they've just been talking to themselves here. There certainly has been some engagement from Rodgers' side. We know something that Mike Garafolo reported last week, that Rodgers has talked to several different players about joining him somewhere else. However, of course, as we know, the Packers have zero plans whatsoever to trade him. The real question, Tom, is can the two sides come together, agree on a contract extension that makes everyone happy and move forward? You listen to sort of friends of Rodgers like James Jones on our network, nothing has been ruled out, and coming together and working it out is still on the table. We'll just see if they can do it in time to where it kind of means something this spring.
So
now, didn't you say that there was some article, or maybe it was the Pat McAfee show, something that you came across where he was very upset at the press?
So I think it was, and I think I went back and I watched it. I think it was just kind of him during the off season, and I think maybe it had been in February where he was on the show and he had said it. But Pat McAfee, he spoke kind of through Pat McAfee, and Pat McAfee expressed upsetness. I believe he had on Adam Schefter, who talked about why, and I didn't watch that video, about why he chose to break the story. So basically during the draft, he was sitting on that story for a while. He had known that he was unhappy. And so, it was not related to the draft. He just chose to dump it then. And so I don't know his reasoning. I'll have to go back and find out. But I think Pat McAfee was upset that the story was dropped. And I think he was relating it to his encounter with him before about how the media just creates things. They just start things. And this was something. There is smoke. There is fire. There was something going on there. But I don't think Aaron Rodgers or the Packers really wanted it to be out there. So I think maybe Pat McAfee was getting upset at, for Aaron Rodgers, or kind of through him as kind of like a vessel of like, hey, what's going on with this? He was not very happy about that story. And so that was kind of the backdrop of it in their previous discussions. Pat McAfee is like, he's a Jake Paul kind of, culture. Like, he makes his own story. So he doesn't necessarily like it when other people make stuff up. And I understand him. He's an authentic guy. I'm not going to throw Pat McAfee any shade. Shout out Pat McAfee. We got a spot over here at the Fantasy Millionaires for any time, brother. So
yeah, come on our show.
Yeah, we love you. So
yeah. Well, I don't know. Where do you? I mean, it seems like the Broncos are the only team that have a shot at getting him, and I don't even understand the logistics of it, but otherwise he's just going to retire, or he's going to be a Green Bay Packer. I think those are the
what a terrible
options.
I don't like those options. I want him to be traded, and I'd love him to be traded to like the Washington football team. Yeah, I mean, that would just be ideal. They've got a stable of weapons. I mean, McLaurin, they've got, Curtis Samuel, Antonio Gibson, and so I mean, they got another rookie wide receiver too. So I mean, they're ready to roll,
Mm-hmm.
And I think Rodgers would love to come in and play for a veteran coach like Ron Rivera, who, I mean, if you can deal with Cam Newton and just have a respectful relationship where you can protect him in the media and not slam him and make him look terrible and stuff, because Cam didn't play great sometimes. I think Ron Rivera is an honest guy. You can just say, yeah, Cam didn't play good, but there's something authentic about him. Maybe Rodgers would dig. I don't know, but it seems like the Packers, I think this is what's going to happen. They're going to have to fire the GM. That's what they're going to have to do. That is going to get Aaron Rodgers back through the door, I think. I mean, money, maybe, I don't know, but we'll see.
All right. So before we get into 3 tweets and stuff, you want to do? We didn't really finish up the draft last week. We're going to go through now. So the draft, there was a lot of reunions here.
It was like Saved by the Bell, the college episodes. Everyone was dropping by. Hey, remember me? So
yeah.
I loved it. It was part of the story of the first round, really. It was just all of the connections from last year to this year, quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs. Was there a total of 4 or 5 in the first round reunions?
So you have Travis Etienne. Etienne or Etienne?
It's Travis Etienne.
Etienne. Yeah, you have Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne. You have Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
You have Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith.
Boom.
And then you have Tua Tagovailoa. And Jalen Waddle. And not that this is worth talking about, but you do have Alex Leatherwood, the offensive tackle, went to the Raiders.
Yeah,
and he's going to team up with Henry Ruggs and Joshua Jacobs, former teammates. So,
there is some connection.
Another reunion.
Yeah, Alabama reunion. Here's the thing.
Right. It's Alabama
has so many players that when they draft them, it's just like, how many guys do we get from Alabama? We got one. We got like 3 or 4 guys in it. Come meet the Alabama crew.
Right.
Washington football team has their whole D line. So
right. Well, I mean, 2 of the notable reunions are Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith, Alabama.
Right.
And Tua and Jalen Waddle, Alabama. So yeah. So we wanted to put it on wax.
We want to rank reunions. Which reunion is going to be the most plentiful? If you're a fantasy millionaire, where you put your money this year? And we're going to rank them for number 4. Let's go backwards, right? We'll still go 4, 3, 2, and then boom, we'll each share who we think is going to be the most vociferous in its, offerings to the fantasy gods on Sunday, Monday, and sometimes Thursday, and maybe Saturday, and on December. So, you want to start? You want to give us your fourth, or do you want me to kick it off? How do you want to do this?
Go ahead. You go.
Okay. So, here's what we have. I want to do the rundown because what we have is I'm not going to count the Alex Leatherwood situation. I'm just going to count 2 skill positions because what I want to see is combined. What are they going to do? Right. Not just individually. So Jalen Waddle is tied to Tua. Right. Devonta Smith is tied to Jalen Hurts. So you have this connection. So honestly, I think out of all of them, this might sound a little crazy, but I think Trevor Lawrence and I'm sorry, I tricked you. I'm going to go Tua and Jalen Waddle is what I'm going to go for me. It's not because of Jalen Waddle. I think it's because of Tua. And then also they did just sign Will Fuller as well. So I know he has a 1-game suspension, but I think that Tua showed last year that he is still getting his training wheels kind of off and ready to roll. And so until he kind of can show me that he can see over the line and maneuver out of the pocket, in the pocket, and do both, I'm going to rank him and Jalen Waddle as my last pairing right there. What are you going to do?
I'm going to go Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne.
Bo said. He said it was Etienne.
I've heard different. I've heard A. I've heard Et. I've heard E. So
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's Bo. He does everything. I guess he speaks French too. So I don't know. Etienne. Okay. So I think to me, that offense. So this is kind of tricky, like. So the way I'm going to rank it, this is for fantasy purposes. I think the coolest connection is Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that is the supreme pairing in terms of football. I mean, what the connection that those two guys had, it's insane. So we're really just talking about for this year. And I just think you have James Robinson still, and that offense, it's gonna be interesting. So I'm just going based on fantasy. I guess lowest points out of the combo. So I'm gonna go Travis Etienne and Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, I'm
gonna make them my next step up, and they're really close. Close. I just think that there's so much draft stock. And Urban Meyer likes to run the football. I did a little research on the Herbster, and I know the NFL is going to be a little different, and they're going to be losing, so they're going to have to pass the ball a little bit more. But he likes that 50-50 split. He likes to go run heavy, and he likes a lot of running backs. I mean, he even came out and said, and sure, it's coach speak, but I'm going to run first down and second down, and I'm going to bring Etienne in third down. I just like the PPR role. And I do think they're going to be losing a lot, and they're going to be down by a lot. And I don't think that James Robinson is going to be the preferred back out of the backfield when they're trying to kind of get those garbage time points. So it's a toss-up, but I think Trevor Lawrence throws better than Tua. I think he scores more points than Tua this year. So that's why it's a tricky thing for me in there. The two skill players are really close together. So, but who is your third ranked in this?
So crazy as it sounds, I'm going to go Burrow Chase just because of that offense and the amount of mouths. I think I'm just going off the fact that they have T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, and I don't see how he's going to be able to just siphon away all the volume. Minus the fact that they played together in college. I mean, maybe that is where he goes on his first look. But, I mean, come on, it's the NFL. They're running plays. I think that the way it's going to play out is Jamar Chase is going to be amazing. He's going to have an amazing rookie season. He's going to be everything everyone thought he was going to be. But in terms of fantasy points, I'm going to put that third. So
Okay, I like that. Well, that's not a bad pick. I'm not gonna crap on your pick. I am gonna pick them as my second pick. I think they're gonna do pretty well. I think we saw Higgins come in last year, and he's pushing double-digit touchdowns. So I think this offense is going to throw the ball. It's going to chuck it a lot. Their defense is not that great still, and I know they made some improvements in the draft, but they're still not that great. They went offense. That's what they went. And so then they went offensive line. They needed that too. So I'm gonna lean them as my number 2 in this situation because I do think that connection is special. All three of those receivers are good, but I think Tyler Boyd gets the shaft. He gets the third end of the wheel, and
he's so good though, man. He's so good. It's going to be hard. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out because Tyler Boyd is, maybe this year the best receiver on that team. I mean, I think this is his last year being the best receiver on this team, but I think he's still young enough and he's a big dude. Like, he's 6'2". He's bigger than Jamar Chase. So, I think he's still, I think he's still going to be Tyler Boyd for at least one more year. So, so that's my thoughts on that. It looks like we're going to have the same, first pick, because I'm going to put Tua and Waddle as my second. I just think that's who he's going to throw the ball to.
Yeah,
and I think Tua steps up this year. I think he's
You think he improves?
He's not Daniel Jones. He is not Daniel Jones. He is going to make a step. He's going to go forward. He's going to progress as a quarterback. He's got a great head coach. I think the Dolphins are going to be a fun, scary, intriguing team this year, and it all hangs in the balance of how Tua plays. And he is going to be dumping it off to J-Dub. He is going to be looking his way a lot. So it was actually a tough call for me in terms of fantasy, who I was going to put at 1, because I was thinking about putting them at 1, but I'm putting them at 2. Yeah.
Okay. So we both have the same 1, and I'll let you jump in because I'm going first on all of them. But let's talk about why we have Devontae Smith and Jalen Hurts as our number 1s this year.
I hope Aaron Rodgers doesn't end up in Philly. I think Jalen Hurts is going to. He to me, he looks. Anybody who's playing fantasy football last year, the last 4 games that he was playing, he was getting you 30 points at least per game.
Right. He was.
So how they do, what their record is, they might be 8-8 or 7-9. They're the Eagles. They're going to find ways to lose games. But when you're talking about fantasy points, Jalen Hurts, and now he's going to step in and he's going to play all 3 positions for receiver. They're going to use him in the X, the Y, and the Z. He's going to be running out of the slot. They're going to use him immediately. He is going to have an impact on that team immediately. And we talked about this last week. We both think that he actually is the best wide receiver in the draft, even though he's the Slim Reaper and his legs really are this big. I mean, I don't know if you saw Jalen Hurts and him meeting in the weight room and they were dapping each other up. And Devontae Smith was like, man, you got to stop lifting so much weights. And his legs look like stork legs in these little pants that he had. Doesn't matter. That guy, there's never been a wide receiver like him. The closest person you could kind of put him body wise is Robbie Anderson. But he's not Robbie Anderson. He's just I believe he's a new species, and he's going to have an immediate impact.
Me too.
He's going to be phenomenal. And he's not on the Bengals where he's going to be competing with all these other amazing wide receivers. He's going to be the alpha by the end of the season.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this much. He's going to be underpriced in DFS. So if you want to go off and win yourself some money in the beginning of the season in DFS, they're not going to know what to do with him. He's going to be underpriced. This is what they're going to do. And he's going to go off in the first couple of weeks. Get him before he gets bumped up into that 58, 5,900 range. You just don't want to 6,000. You don't have to pay for him. You want to get him when he's 45 or 47 or 44 or whatever, and take him to the house. So I can't wait for that. Yeah. Let's do this. So here's what we have. have a reveal here. I'm going to let you pick. Now I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to let you understand. You understand the whole situation here. So here's what we do. We've gotten into some packs recently, so we have a choice of packs now. We have a rare, which I just picked up today, for 150. It was a 150 pack. There's a little bit of something in here. You know what I mean? Hopefully, for 150, you're getting a little something. These are just kind of $10, $15 packs over here. So here is the question. Do we hold on to this and just kind of, let it appreciate or, whatever, or just,
man, I can't tell you what to do with your money, bro. I mean, I don't know about this world, like you want to, is it more valuable if you save it?
I think what happens is it can become more valuable if you save it, just like anything that's unopened. It does.
I would say save it.
Save it. Okay. So let's pick one of these other base sets. You want to go green or you want to go blue? Blue. That's a good call. Let's go blue. Let's open this bad boy up. Let's see what we got. I think we're only get 3 in this one, but let's open it. Let me first make sure I have to unmute them. Yeah, we're gonna unmute them. Here we go. I do like to get down with their music, so they do have. Let's see. Here we go. Boom, boom. Yes, I got 3 here. All right. I'm gonna go middle. We like to go middle. Let's see what we got in the first one. Ooh, 69. I like it.
Who is this person?
Nobody. It's nobody.
Facundo Campazzo.
Facundo Campazzo. You motherfucker puro. I got the fucking. He's just through the legs though. I mean, that's okay. That's interesting. It's 69 serial number. Oh, but he's a rookie, and that's cool. And yeah, got two of our little special. But look, it's 69. That's pretty nice. I'm into 69.
Oh, Big Tech loves 69.
They do. Big Tech. Shout out Denny as well. 69. Okay. Another one. A common. A layup. Let's see.
Who's that?
Michael Mulder.
Who's that?
I've got, your guess is as good as my guess. This one I'm guessing not really going to get you anything on the black market there. Now, I'm guessing that one's worth a cent. All right. One more. Let's check out what we got over here. A common, an assist. From Kevin Love. Oh, that's probably worth negative. That's worth negative amounts, I'm pretty sure. Kevin Love, not the best of players anymore. Sadly, his demise. Did you see the video of him the other day where he just threw the ball in bounds and didn't even pay attention, didn't even care? The other team just picked up and scored a 3-pointer. It was it was surreal, man. That guy quit.
That poor guy's stuck on the Cavs with nobody. So
I know, but you don't quit. It was sad. So this pack, a little sad, but whatever. I'm not going to sweat it. Let's jump to 3 tweets because you know what? That's where we like to make our money. Is in the
tweet me, baby.
In the trace tweets.
I got a good one.
All right, let's lead you off then. Let's get. I know you're here. Oh, here I am. Yeah, I know you're here. All right. So let me turn off music here.
Yeah, get the music off. I'm gonna talk about it afterwards. Just watch this weird. Make sure the sound's all the way up on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just press play.
Happy Star Wars Day, everyone. Today is also my birthday. And because it's my birthday, I get to introduce you to my girlfriend, who is amazing.
Hi, guys. I'm Brittany.
Everyone, today is also my birthday. And because it's my birthday, I get to introduce you to my girlfriend, who is amazing. Day, everyone. Today is also my birthday. And because it's my birthday, I get to introduce you to my girlfriend. Hey, everyone. Today is also my birthday. And because it's my birthday, I get to introduce you to my girlfriend. Everyone, today is also my birthday. And because it's my birthday, I get to introduce you to my girlfriend. Today is also my birthday. And because it's my birthday, I get to introduce you to my girlfriend. Hey, everyone. Today is also my birthday.
Marcus, you don't want to do this. Let her go.
My girlfriend.
Girlfriend hostage. Police are outside of his home waiting negotiation terms. Breaking news are outside of his home waiting negotiation terms.
Happy Star Wars Day, everyone.
Have you seen those before?
No.
So this is a thing that's on TikTok where somebody posts some nerdy thing, and then other people take their nerdy thing and they build on it, and then it becomes a thing where they keep adding a funny bit and making it a bigger and bigger story. And I thought that was a pretty good one. So
That is a good one. I'm trying to find mine. Mine was in here.
I think it actually has a name now, like memes or names, like there's like that's something. Like there's like a verb for that for TikTok users. I don't know what it is, but
really,
yeah.
So they get into that.
It's like something that they do. Like that
Okay.
that was a good one though. I've seen other ones though. They're all so funny.
They are. All right. Well, mine, I put it in the ether, and now I'm like, where the heck is it? And I can't find it. But did you hear? I'll find it, and while I find it, I'll tell you. So, did you hear about the tiger that was loose on Mother's Day in I do believe it's Texas. Go figure. Yeah. Here it is. This is
no
part of my video. Watch this. This is crazy. This guy's got a gun over here.
Oh my gosh, dude.
There's a tiger out in the yard, and the person gets scared and runs back in their house because they're like, oh my God, and then the tiger did not eat the guy. He did not do anything. So that guy who's cussing is a police officer. He is out there trying to like make sure the tiger doesn't take over the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to see if I have the other tiger video too. I mean, I thought I tweeted it out, but maybe I did not. I think I didn't. But the other video, a guy comes out, grabs him, and then pulls him back into the house. Pulls him into the house, and the guy's cussing at him, yelling. I'm like, "Get your tiger in the effing house! It's crazy! Get your tiger in the effing house!" Apparently, that guy then gets in that white truck that was out in that video, I think, and he with his tiger, and he flees. He was then chased by the police, and then he got away. They go to find out who he is. He was arrested previously in 2020 for murder. And so I do have that video where they talk to the police officer, and that's wild because they're talking to him, and the police officers don't tell them that what's happening. Like they don't say until the very end when they ask him. So here, let me show you guys that real quick. Because it's not, I didn't win 3 tweets. I just want to clarify the story because it's a unique part of the story here. See if I can get it up.
White SUV drove off in the scene. There was a brief pursuit when the man got away with the tiger. We are actively looking for him today. He's out on bond for another incident that happened back in November in Fort Bend County. And we don't have any charges on him yet. Any hard charges. We're working on that now for the evading. And once we get that, we'll be able to release his name. But I don't want to release any names until we get hard charges on the suspect.
What was the charges in Fort Bend?
Murder. He was leased in this house.
He was leased in this house.
Yes.
Do we know of any other animals in the house?
We don't. With the house is empty now.
So let me just see if I understand this right. A murderer lost their tiger.
Yeah. A murderer's tiger got loose and then terrorized the neighborhood. And then the police deputy came and was out and lived in the neighborhood. Was like to stand off with the dog. The guy comes out, gets his tiger, brings him back in the house. Then he takes his tiger and flees in that white truck, I believe. He evades the police, gets away from them. Okay, somehow. And then when they pull up, who is this guy? The Tiger Man. Tiger Man is a murderer or an alleged murderer. Let's put that out there. They're saying he's a murderer. We're not. That's what the police. he's charged with murder. He's out on bond.
He's wanted for murder.
No. He's already been arrested for murder and he's out on bond. That's the thing. In Texas, you can kill people or allegedly kill people and then go back and pick up your tiger and just keep on keeping on. So I thought that story was wild. I don't think I win 3 tweets. Yours is the funniest thing I've seen in a long time. So I think you win, but I had to share that. So
I like it. Good sharing.
Yeah. No worries.
That's stuff I'm into. Okay, here's my tweet for the winner. Zach Wilson looks like an intern on Mac Jones' Senate campaign. And if that is just not the truth, look at those. Isn't that weird?
It is ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, he looks like he's the president, and this is his bring his son to work day. This is little brother Harry's hanging out there. So,
you got your you got your young new senatorial prospect, and then this guy's he's behind the scenes, and he's running the room. That's his little intern there. So
he's rocking it out. No, I love it. That's hilarious. Congrats on the win for 3 tweets. Another great place to win, my friends, is over at Underdog Fantasy. So please do check out Underdog Fantasy. I do one of my favorite things for Underdog is I do a pick'em parlay where you get to pick up to 5 different.
Happy Star Wars.
Sorry, your thing wanted to come back on, the Star Wars people. They keep going. You get to pick up to 5 different plays, and you can 20 times your money. So if you put in $100 and you win 5 of your matchups, you can make $2,000. It is awesome. I love it. I've been putting in $1 and winning 20. And I think it's a great way to have some fun and to play pick'em. So download the Underdog app. It's on the Play Store, on the Apple Store. And please do go check out my guy, Bo McBigtime, over there at the BigTimeFlavorCo.com. Get yourself some gourmet batch hot box. Go over to Viridian Global. Get yourself some merch. I love all of those people. They're great. And please do follow my friend Mike Cash Collins over at the Ralph Macho on Twitter, the Ralph Macho. His name isn't Ralph. His name is Mike. But if you think his name is Ralph, that's hilarious. And then my name, of course, is Nimble W Numbers. Follow us. We're the Fantasy Millionaires, FF Millionaires on Twitter. We're on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. Please follow the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. Download their app as well. And then anything else? Oh, yeah. Chalk Blocked on Friday. We've got Howard Bender joining myself, Jordan Vanek, and Bo McBigtime. We have Robbie Palooza on Wednesday. Robbie from the Rum Boys is going to come, and we're going to have me, Jordan, and Bo rocking out 10 p.m. Check us out here. We'll be on YouTube, also on Periscope or Twitter Live or whatever it is. And then on Thursday, the Fantasy Football Hot Stove returns with none other than Mr. Field Yates from ESPN himself. Really excited. My new co-host, Jamie Calandaro. So, Calandaro. Really excited. He's going to be with me. He is over from Fan Team Advice. I am now a member of the Fan Team Advice as well. I'm also a member of the Sports Gambling Network. Got brought in over there. Things are rocking and rolling. Please check them out. Check out all the different sites. We're at nimblewnumbers.com, thefantasymillionaires.com. Check out Bo. Bo's work is over at Rum Boys as well. We're all over the place. We're exploding. So please do check us out. Any last words, Michael, for the people?
And as always, check us out on Worldwide Sports Radio Network, and they have an app so you can see any articles that we're doing over there, and download the app, and you can listen to us in your ears if you don't want to watch us.
I mean, we're too beautiful to not see, but okay. All right. I'll let that go this time. Whatever.
We are we're sexual guys, and
we are. We're being
away from that,
listen,
we get people going.
We do get people going. The people love us, and I'm just hoping that my anniversary pictures don't leak again like they did last year. And I can just stay pure. And can't have animals in my DMs like I did last year from Minnesota. So, but yeah, thank you everybody. We love you all. I hope everybody has a great week. From my man Bo. Bo said he had a murder warrant. Yeah, he did, man. That guy, he was a murderer. Love you all. We'll be back next week.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.